I was a professor in America, and I was asked to do some 2-day courses on Ganapati. So I thought I'd better do research because none of the Murtis was that interesting to me. And so I came to Maharashtra, and there's Ashtaganapati, 8 temples laid out in like a mandala around Pune. It maybe is 400 kilometers total. Myself and my family, we went to all 8 of the Ashtaganapatis. And then we came to a Samadhi shrine of a yogi, and next to the Samadhi shrine, they had built an underground meditation cave. And so I went into the cave, and in the cave, there were pillows on the ground, and one little teeny oil lamp up on the front wall. No murtis in the cave. I sat down, my eyes adjusted, and leaning against the front wall was Ganapati. 5, maybe 6 feet. I'm sitting, he's standing. And he has his right leg over his left leg like Krishna used to do. And he has his right hand in Abhaya Mudra, left hand holding the Gada. And I look at him, and by now I've done lots of research on Ganapati. The one thing I noticed was he had huge dark brown eyes. And I thought, iconographically, this is not right. Ganapati has little teeny eyes. Elephants have a huge head, little eyes. And I'm looking at him. He has a crown on his head. He has a necklace around his neck. He has on a yellow dhoti. His extremities up to the neck are gray, and the head is a reddish color. And I'm looking at him, and I can see he's looking at me. I'm looking into his eyes. He's looking into my eyes as if, am I really seeing you? And he's looking at me, am I really seeing you? And he had Abhaya Mudra. He dropped his fingers, and only the baby finger was up. And he started to wiggle it, and around the finger got a chakra, a wheel of light. And sitting on the wheel were yogis in Padmasana. And he flicked his finger, and probably from me, double where you are, he was. The chakra flew across the room, and as it flew across the room, the yogis flew off of the chakra like centrifugal force.
So this was a vision?
This was a vision. I'm watching this, and I have so much time, I can keep, is he really there? I can close my eyes, I can open my eyes. The yogis flew off and popped like bubbles. And the chakra came around and hit me in the forehead. I was filled with ecstasy for the next 36 hours. That's not the end of the story. I was told that this Samadhi shrine, there is a Artarva priest coming from Satara, whose family are also Ganesha Upasakas. They do Ganesha worship. I can ask questions if I want. So the next day he came, and he said, what are your questions? And I said, one question. Do you know of a 2-armed form of Ganapati, right hand Abhaya Mudra, left hand holding the Gada, the club? And he looked at me and said, how do you know of this Ganapati? I said, I won't tell you. What do you know? If you look at all the iconography of Ganapati, there's 32 classic ones. They all have 4 hands or more. There's only one 2-armed Ganapati in all of India that I know of in Karnataka. It's the one where Ravana asked him to hold the lingam and don't put it down, because if you do, it won't move. And the minute Ravana went off to do his toiletries, Ganapati put it down. That's the only 2-armed Ganapati we know of in India. So again, he asked me, how do you know of this Ganapati? I said, I won't tell you. What do you know? There are 2 Puranas to Ganapati. Vyasa wrote Ganesha Purana. A sage called Modgala wrote the Modgala Purana, which is also on Ganesha. It says in the Modgala Purana, in the Kali Yuga, Ganapati will be very famous as Mahaganapati, 4 arms. Usually Ankusha, Pasha, Modika, Abhaya Mudra. Sometimes instead of Modika, he's holding one of the tusks, but 4-armed Mahaganapati. But late in Kali Yuga, he will take an avatar with two arms. One arm, Abhaya Mudra, other hand, holding the Gada. My question was, how is it possible I can see such a thing? Never heard of it. I've never read about it. I've never seen iconography of it. But it's written about in a Purana. He will be coming late in Kali Yuga. I found that most fascinating, and I have no idea how to explain how it took place, but it took place.